What if I told you that the next global superpower might not win with military might or economic strength alone? That before any flag is raised or deal is signed, there's one invisible force China must conquer first, one that could decide whether it rises or falls in its bid for world leadership. For decades, China has moved with deliberate precision, growing its economy, expanding its influence across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, and building a technological base that rivals the West. But with all that progress, there's one area where it still faces a massive challenge: global trust. China's path to leadership isn't blocked by bombs or borders. It's blocked by perception. If the world doesn't trust China, it won't follow China. And that's where the real conquest begins, not on foreign soil, but in foreign minds. Let's break it down. First, there's the soft power gap. The United States, for all its flaws, has long dominated global culture. From Hollywood to Harvard, from Coca-Cola to Google. These symbols project not just influence but values, shaping how people think, feel, and even dream. China, by contrast, has struggled to tell a story the world wants to hear. Its movies don't travel, its tech is met with suspicion, and its government is seen as secretive. If China wants to lead, it must learn how to connect, to inspire, not just impress. Second, diplomatic trust is fragile. While China has poured billions into infrastructure through its Belt and Road Initiative, some countries now view these projects as debt traps rather than lifelines. In Africa, Southeast Asia, and even parts of Europe, leaders are beginning to ask, what does China really want? If Beijing can't answer that question transparently and consistently, its ambitions could backfire. A leader without trust is just a ruler, and rulers don't shape the future. They just manage the present. Third, and perhaps most critically, China must conquer internal contradictions. Before it can truly lead globally, the world watches how a country treats its own people. Issues like censorship, surveillance, human rights, and the silencing of dissent send strong signals. No matter how powerful a nation is, if its values clash too sharply with global norms, alliances will remain shallow. True leadership means walking the talk, not just preaching harmony abroad while enforcing silence at home. But don't get me wrong, China isn't powerless here. In fact, its greatest strength may lie in its ability to adapt. This is a country that, in just 4 decades, lifted hundreds of millions out of poverty and became the factory of the world. The potential to reshape global narratives, reform diplomatic strategies, and build cultural bridges is absolutely within reach, but the clock is ticking. In a world facing climate crises, economic instability, and growing polarization, people are looking for steady hands and clear visions. China can be that leader, but only if it conquers this invisible battlefield first. And here's the thing, leadership isn't just about power, it's about permission. You can't take the world stage. You have to be invited onto it. That invitation is earned, not demanded, through openness, through dialogue, through trust. So, what must China conquer first on its journey to global leadership? Not a nation, not a market, but hearts and minds. If you found this insight valuable and want to explore more global shifts and hidden truths, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Share this video with someone who loves deep dives and leave a comment with your thoughts, because your voice matters just as much as the topic. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.